For a growing church, I think it's healthy to know that mode, the primary first priority outside of all of the personal discipleship conversation is to get Sunday in a routine level of excellence that is producing for the mission. That's what I mean growing church. I don't mean numerically growing, although I am of the camp that healthy things grow. I just am, sorry. But I think I've already went through this with you guys. You guys know I'm pro growing a church, not for the sake of my own patting myself on the back, not for the sake of bragging rights, but for influence, for pushing back darkness. I want to be able to influence government and politics and the way my city thinks and the way we decide elections and the way the church should be big and influential. It should not be. If people are saying your church is the best kept secret in this town, I would be offended. Can I just say that? Like, is that rude? Like, I don't want to be a secret. I want to be known in my city. Are you crazy? I don't want to be a secret. What? That's like offensive to me. Like, oh yeah, you're the thing God put on the earth to change the world, but we didn't know you existed. Like, whoa, hey, that's offensive. I say that to say, growing churches want to grow. We want to. If you don't want to grow, can you just raise your hand so I can boot you out of this call? I'm joking. I would never do that. You paid to be here. But I'm going to argue with you. You should want your church to grow. This is not a country club. This is not an exclusive fraternity or sorority. This exists to expand. When do you ever hear that hell has reached capacity? Like, come on. Like, there's no... Chris Hodges, God bless him, he says it is the will of God for your church to grow. Like, it just is. And as long as the kingdom of heaven suffers violence and the violence take it by force, I want a violently fast-growing, healthy church. Are y'all okay with that? Is that freak y'all out that I talk like this? I would hope that you would know this part about me if we're going to do this together. Like, my goal is to grow your church. Anyways, Sunday. If your church is if you're listening to me talk and your church is under 300 people on Sunday, not that this number is this is not the end all be all, so don't freak out. You're not gonna freak out, right? Nod at me. I'm looking right at you. I won't freak out. I won't freak out. If your church is under 300, now hear me. This is a guy who travels to a church every weekend, every single weekend. Why haven't you invited me to yours yet? I don't know. We're gonna talk about that later. Every weekend, since November 12th, I have been at a different church every weekend with the exception of the weekend of Christmas. And I won't be at one this weekend because it's Valentine's Day. By the way, it's Valentine's Day, fellas. Hey, you've been warned. Don't say I forgot. You just got, okay, let me get out of here. I'm at a different church every weekend. Here's what I know. Churches under 300. I'm not beating you up. I'm just telling you what is clearly observed across every church that I go to. I go to really large churches. I go to very small churches, everything in between. If you're under 300, it's not the reason why you're under 300. Don't hear that. When you're under 300, you need to put your focus on your Sunday experience. Is that freaking y'all out? Because if you're under 300, objectively, you can say out loud that there are places in your Sunday experience, your weekend experience, that need improvement. Worship, not that great. Presentation, like we don't have the graphic design yet. We don't have the cool videos yet. Our transitions between moments of service, not that great. Maybe our hospitality is lacking because we don't have enough people on our team. These are normal tensions. Hear me. These are normal tensions. What I usually have to get churches under 300 to really, really understand is instead of being focused on doing a lot of things, because a 300-member church is a pretty significant church, by the way. You know, the average church in America is like 72 people. So 300-member church is huge. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying usually when you get to 300, you're like, oh, we can do everything. Let's be a revival ministry and an outreach ministry, and let's open let's open a clinic. And it's like, now we're doing everything. And then you go to your Sunday service and you're like, oh, yikes, we got to fix this, because if this doesn't work, it doesn't create the motor for everything else to work. So I say that to say, if you're under 300 and we work together, you're probably going to hear me say, like, let's look at your Sunday and let's find the areas of improvement. Because again, lastly, I'm going to move on from this, is your church cannot be better than it is on Sunday.